Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, people and programs. My name is Al, the Retroactive Android, and welcome back to Starcraft Brood War. Today we're doing the mission Norad 2. And without any further ado, let's get started. So we have 6 units to start here, and a couple of people who could do some repairs. So let's go ahead and clear some stuff out real quick.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, it looks like if we move over here... Okay, yeah. We can claim stuff. Okay. One of you needs to repair that immediately because it's burning down.
Yes, sir.
And you... Okay, that bunker will survive for a moment. They gave us a nice starting base. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Bunker's empty, bunker's empty, bunker's empty. Now, I do not remember off the top of my head anything except this. This is when we get the Goliaths. Now, I want to call out to you.
We better hurry. That ship won't last long against those Zerg.
Commander.
Okay. You get in there. You go ahead, repair that, and get in there. Now, real quick, you two need to start mining crystals. You gotta start it. You get in there. You get in there. So we need to get Raynor to this beacon. That is how we do this. Now, just as a reminder for everybody, the way that I am playing this, I am not following any sort of meta aside from the meta that I have figured out myself. I am not looking up any guides. I did read the very original first guide that came out when Brood War came out. However, that was a while ago, and I only remember one mission. That mission being, funnily enough, I believe it's the mission after this one. I remember the advice for that one because I ended up taking neither of the recommended routes, and I remember it sticking out to me. I would like to point out I'm very excited about the Goliaths because you'll note they have 20 damage missiles. The detector turrets are also 20 damage. These guys are walking missile turrets that can also do ground targets. They're just not detectors. That's the only thing that sets them apart. Nope. Cancel that. We need more SCVs. We gotta get momentum going. Right now we've just got a couple of Goliaths going. And if you're wondering why I don't just walk the Goliaths out of here, you see that little bit of Zerg splooge over there? That's everywhere. This entire area is ringed with dangerous Zerg plants and whatnot that will absolutely slaughter me. Just completely, without a doubt, no exception. It will kill. It will kill. Now, I'm going to have this Goliath... As soon as we get some momentum going, I'm going to have it do some exploring, particularly down here, in this little crevice, and up here. Because along one of these edges of the map, I'm pretty sure is more crystal, mineral. I keep calling it crystal because it looks like crystal. There's more minerals, and I believe another Vespane geyser. I could be wrong about that one, but at the end of the day, that's not going to break anything, if I am. The next couple units that we're going to be making, we're actually going to go ahead and make a couple Marines, and we're doing that so we can throw them in this bunker. This bunker right here, we actually want to repair that real quick. Just keep ourselves fortified and all that. Which should be fine.
You want a piece of me, boy?
And then once that's done... Yeah, get back on there. Alright, definitely going to want at least one more SCV there. You go ahead and pop yourself in there. And now that we have some defense, let's explore. Let's see what we can see. This is the starter area, so I don't expect a whole lot. Yeah, and we're immediately blocked off. Okay. So now, if I attack my way over here... SCVU, you need to mine more. We need momentum. Get it going. Come on. The really awesome part about this being blocked off, though, is it means I only really have to worry about missiles there.
Anytime you're ready. I read you.
I'm going to go ahead and say that you're going to be my Squad 1, because you're my exploration unit. And from there, let's actually go ahead and make 5 more SCVs, and that'll be it for now. That'll be it for the SCVs for the moment. Alright, so there's a ramp there, and that's a way out. There's Zerg there.
SCV good to go, sir.
Your forces are under attack.
Specifically, that was a lot of damage from that, but I should be able...
Insufficient Vespene gas.
Okay. So,
Insufficient Vespene gas.
we need to make a refinery, and then once we make a refinery, we'll actually be able to repair the ship somewhat as well. Keep it from being destroyed so easily. By the way, what you see on there right now is a parasite put on there by a Zerg queen that makes it a lot easier for them to... It basically makes them a spy. It makes them a spy.
SCV good to go, sir.
Alright, so that one's gonna mine. Have we finished the Vespene yet? Not quite. Alright. Job's finished. Perfect. Alright. Go get Vespene, you two. And there is my last guy. We're gonna go ahead. Let's throw an academy up real quick. And of freaking course, they're out of range. That actually really sucks that they were out of range there. What that means is that we need to build this thing quickly so that we can upgrade our range on our troops. You'll note that we still don't have access to ghosts, but that's going to be fine. Okay, so that's upgrade infantry. Let's upgrade infantry weapons real quick. Let's do that for now so that we don't have to worry so much about it. We're going to finish building this. Let's build one more SCV. Just one. This is likely where we go on the offensive. And it's going to be a long offensive. This is going to be a bit of a grind.
SCV good to go, sir. I read you.
Fix it real quick. Thank you.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Oh, wait a minute.
I read you.
Fix that Goliath. We do not want any of our units dying over here right now. You, fix this Goliath. And then we'll fix the supply depot and the engineering bay. Okay, this job's finished. Let's upgrade our range. No. I want you to build a supply depot right there. Just to make sure we're topped off.
Online. Systems functional.
I should hope so. Alright. You're fully defended. You're fully defended.
Yes, sir.
Alright, you fix that real quick.
Systems functional.
Perfect. Get back in the...
Orders received.
Fix up the Norad too real quick. We don't want it getting destroyed. Alright, now that that's fixed up, let's go ahead,
Yes, sir.
fix that and then that.
Job's finished.
Comlink online.
You go over there. You finished your job, that's good stuff. So, now, we have the ability to build an armory now, and we have Goliaths. So we're actually going to go ahead and build this factory. We actually care about it now. We have Goliaths. The factory finally matters. We do need a bit more defense up top somewhat soon, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're not going to do the mobile defensive perimeter quite yet, because as you saw, Goliath against ground units isn't absurdly good. It's not bad, but it's not very good, and that's a little bit of a problem. So, at least for now, let's go ahead. Let's throw a bunker right there. Yes, we're going to push a little bit. And make 4 Marines for it. And make a 5th one because, yeah, that's only got 3 people in it. In that case, unload that, throw them in there. Keep in mind, this, like, north area is the only place the Zerg can come from. They can't come from the right. So this bunker down here is actually pretty useless. You know what? If that's the case, we're going to go ahead, we're going to get him out and send him over there.
Job finished.
Alright, there's the factory. We need an armory now, but we can do that. Put an armory right there. And then that job's finished. Alright, so take 3 men, send them in there. And now I'll build a missile tower right next to it real quick. Just to be sure.
You want a piece of me, boy?
No, what I really want is for you to get in the bunker.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, they're starting to gather. They're starting to gather for another round. Let's get infantry armor going.
Base is under attack.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Heck yeah, it dealt 50 damage to that thing. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. And all done. Alright. Build me another supply depot right there real quick. And then as soon... We're gonna build a second barracks. Crystals are already starting to get a little tight. Okay, we can upgrade vehicle and ship plating and weapons. Let's upgrade vehicle weapons in here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Now...
Not enough minerals.
Yeah, minerals are getting tight. That is not something I'm happy about. We have the Goliath. That one's pretty effective. Okay. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to create an expeditionary squad out of probably 8 Marines and 4 Goliaths. Because if we do 8 Marines, 4 Goliaths, that should cover all our bases. Now, let's also make one more SCV. The big question at this point is if we are going to be able to break through and get more resources before we run out of materials.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Because theoretically,
SCV good to go, sir.
we are supposed to be focusing just on building a couple transports and getting them over here to get Raynor to the beacon. And you can theoretically rush that. You can. It's just a bad idea.
Piece of me, boy.
Like, it's possible. It is. But it's so damn risky. And I'm trying to make this a guide. I'm trying to make this something you can reliably follow. Also, can I just say, I hate how this base is arranged, the way that these friggin' supply depots are. It's so infuriating. Alright, once we get the last Goliath, the expeditionary squad will go north. And at that point, it's just suck down as many resources as you can and get more squads produced.
Give me something to shoot.
Go ahead, TACOM.
As soon as this last guy comes out, we're going to put them all under Squad 1 and send him attacking north.
Goliath
Now keep in mind,
online. Systems
nothing I am
functional.
doing here should be interpreted
Confirmed.
as some sort of, like, competitive strategy. Alright? Again, I don't know the meta. I do not remotely know the meta. I do not know how PvP even works in this game, frankly.
Go ahead, TACOM.
complete.
TACOM locked.
Come on, move it. Okay, so that goop also slows us down. Interesting, interesting.
Go ahead,
What the
TACOM.
frick are you pathfinding?
Channel open.
Okay, we lost a Goliath and 2 Terrans there. And here, right here, is a second batch of resources. That's not
TACOM locked.
all that much in terms of minerals, but it'll keep us alive. And that is valuable.
Acknowledge HQ. TACOM locked.
There's definitely something up here that we can kill.
Target designated.
Upgrade complete.
There we go.
Confirmed.
Base is under attack.
Alright, they're coming from that angle. Luckily, we reinforced that bunker, so we're good. Alright, fix that up real quick. We have a completed upgrade, so let's upgrade our vehicle plating real quick. And our engineering bay is now completely done. Awesome.
Channel open.
Alright, let's attack over here real quick, just to try and clear some stuff out. And
TACOM locked.
there is our first sunken colony. That thing is a pain in the rear to fight.
Target designated.
We'll go ahead and take out this spore colony as well. Our entire objective, we just want to wipe out as much as we can early.
Systems functional.
Our entire goal. Alright, we depleted our geyser. Cool, cool, great, fine. That's
Confirmed.
glorious, I guess.
TACOM locked.
Now you'll note that while we're doing this, we're actually building up a lot of resources. And right there, do you see it? There's more crystal, more mineral right there. That is really useful stuff.
TACOM locked.
But our goal really is just kill everything that we possibly can. Our mission is just deal damage. And unfortunately, that is where this unit will die. But now we know there's crystal over here, there's crystal down there, and we can easily start sucking those down. Let's go ahead and start working on a full Goliath squad and a full Marine squad. So let's go ahead and have them unite there, and there. You need to fix that, and you unite there. We're going to go ahead, we're going to train up these 2 groups, and then the next thing that we actually want to do is start looking into a spaceport. We're not going to be spaceporting a lot. We are only doing so because it is what is necessary. Alright, reload, repair, 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 repair.
Channel open.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Alright, cool. We're getting our units together. Now you... Let's go ahead. Let's get the spaceport going. Because here's the thing. We're not going to be using it, but it's necessary for our objectives. If you check in here, you can always check mission objectives. We need Rainer and 2 drop ships. We're probably not going to use them for anything else, but we need 2 drop ships. We'll go ahead and finish clearing that out real quick. And you know what? While I'm thinking about it, let's build a ComSat station. So that way we can start scanning. That'll be really nice. And we'll put it on button 0. I hit the wrong button. Cool. I just canceled it by accident. Right, let's take you out of the loop. I want you to go build a new command center right there.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
And then once you've got that constructed, we'll start doing defense. Terrans don't have any purely ground-based defensive towers, which is a very interesting way that they work.
Complete. Upgrade complete.
Right. Set you to 0. We're not going to waste the resources on these, because there's no point to it. So let's go 0, scan that area right there. See, that's a Zerg base, so they're consuming that crystal as fast as they can. We're going to need to wipe them out. Because, like I said, this whole ridge is full of spore spewers. It will kill us. So we need to take those out with a ground campaign. See, how many of you guys? I'm missing 2. We're going to go for 2 units of Marines and 1 unit of
Not
Goliaths.
enough minerals.
Always with the minerals.
Base is under attack.
Could you not kill me for 3 seconds? I don't know why they always try to send an Overlord in. I think it's what dropped them off. But anyway, sometime in the relatively near future, we're probably going to scale up our SCVs quite a bit because we're going to have 2 command centers and we need to be able to supply both.
Right away, sir.
It's not quite done yet. There's the extra Goliath. That's good. That's good. We need 1 more Goliath after this. Yeah, because we got 6 there. This is 4. No, we need 2 more after this.
Job's finished.
There's 5 plus 6. So we only need 1 more Goliath. And at that point, we'll have a full squad, which honestly should be enough to carry us through the rest of this.
Yes,
And
sir.
now you can
Affirmative.
go start mining that.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals. Story of my life. This camp over here is interesting,
Base is under attack.
because they are also on the attack against us.
Yes, sir. Orders
Goliath
received.
online.
There's the Goliath. Good stuff, good stuff.
Not
There
enough
we go.
minerals.
Let's get 3 there. Let's fix this up real quick, which will cost a few minerals, but not too many.
I read
And
you.
there we go.
Affirmative.
Back to mining. We need all the crystals we can get our grubby little hands on.
SCV good to go, sir.
And I'm not so worried about the best vein. I just want you grabbing crystal.
Goliath online.
Awesome. That's another Goliath down. That's good. That's good.
SCV good to go, sir.
I think I am going to have to call this off real quick just to build another supply depot. Can I just point out, by the way, this guy standing here like that looks like he has a haircut. I don't know how he got stopped in the process, but he did, and now he's moving again.
Right away, sir.
That might be why we were struggling on crystal so much.
Yes, sir.
You go ahead, get back to work on the crystal. And then you are going to make another supply depot because I want to do this.
Not
Just
enough
make
minerals.
all the Marines I can.
Job's finished.
Oh, thank you. Glad. Good to know. Good to know. We definitely will want at least 1 more supply depot, which I'm going to throw down now. And
Piece of me, boy. You want a piece of me, boy?
Goliath online.
there's the Goliath. There's 2 more Marines.
Commander.
Let's select these real quick. You guys, your squad 1, move up.
Roll. You want
There we
a
go.
piece of me, boy?
Squad 1, all together. Now, how many have I got right now? I've got 4 and another 5 on the way, so I got 9, so I need 3 more. There we go. That's the full squad ready to go.
You want a piece of me,
Just
boy?
need a supply depot.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Oh, forgive me.
Comlink online.
Alright. You're squad 3, because you're the Goliaths.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a
Now, Goliaths are not weak by any stretch of the imagination. They are a little bit less tanky than I remember them being, but that very well could just be because I was comparing them to the Marines for a long time. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. Go ahead, go get Crystal. Alright, just gotta wait for these last two guys, and then we're gonna do a full-blown offensive on the blue boat. Through this ramp, most likely. Through that ramp.
You want a piece of me, boy?
I want a piece of you. I do. Happy Pride Month. I'm sorry, I shouldn't make those jokes. Those are bad. But it's hard to not
Go ahead, TACOM.
joke about just about everything, you know?
Acknowledged HQ.
Alright, everybody move along. Do not go around. That would be stupid. Come on. Single file, I guess. Single file. Why are you up there?
Your forces are under attack.
Commander. Systems functional.
There we go. That's satisfying.
Base is under attack.
Okay, they went on the offensive again.
Reporting for duty.
Systems
Go
functional.
ahead.
Orders, Captain.
You fix
Affirmative.
that.
Roger that.
Base is under attack.
Frick me. Attack over here. That sucks.
Systems functional.
But I guess we were talking about going offensive on them. Might as well have them go offense on us as well. You know? Go Marines, go! You guys attack your way down here.
Commander. Systems functional. Commander. Give me something to shoot.
Gotta get to the staging grounds. Come on.
Go ahead.
Okay, we lost one Marine and one Goliath so far. So you attack over there, you attack
Your
over there,
forces are
you
under
attack.
attack.
That's a Goliath loss, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're gonna wipe this place clean. We're just gonna wipe it all out. Which is a lot easier said than done, but mostly just due to how many hit points their buildings have, not because we don't have the firepower.
Your forces are under attack.
Target designated. Acknowledged HQ.
Definitely gotta drop the eggs.
Standing by. Systems functional.
Take out their defensive tower, the sunken colony, there we go. Alright, now attack your way over, attack your way over, attack your way over. Alright, let's see. Is there anything else over here? There's the ramp up. I don't think we're going to bother with that, but we can do this.
Outstanding.
All y'all attack your way back. Because we want to slaughter everything in our path. My goal on this is to destroy every enemy unit and building before we call it quits on a level. I don't know how well I'll keep to that. I probably have already failed it a couple of times, but I'm going to try. Just because fun.
Commander.
Alright,
Rock and
you come
roll.
there, you come
Channel
there,
open.
you come there. And we definitely are going to have to do some repairs on what we can repair. That being said, we're also going to eventually move over here to grab some crystals. We've definitely still got the crystals here. Those are going to be very useful. We've got almost 3,000 bucks,
Comlink online.
which is really nice. And yes, I
Channel
know I
open.
just said bucks, which
Target
is yet
designated.
another thing that is not minerals.
Comlink online.
But shut up.
Channel open.
Okay, you go there, and
Target
then you go
designated.
there. And you do all that, so that I can grab
Orders,
you,
Captain.
until you
Orders
repair that,
received.
that,
Right away, sir.
that,
Orders
that,
received.
that,
Right
and
away,
that.
sir.
Unit waypoint list is full. Okay, fine.
Roger
Repair
that.
that,
Orders
that,
received.
that, that,
Affirmative.
that,
Orders
that,
received.
that. There we go.
Comlink online.
Now it should repair all of those in sequence, which is really nice. Next up, once these squads are fully reinforced, we're going to try to take out the orange base up there. Because, yes, that place sucks. How are my Marines doing? Honestly, I think I have to retire a couple of them. Specifically, you are retired, and you are retired. For my second squad, you are retired. You go back in.
Give me something to shoot.
You are
Let's move.
retired.
Rock and roll. Jacked up
And
and good to go.
then we got a couple people with some minor injuries, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Okay, so let me select as many as I can. You are the new Unit 1. You go over there. Everyone who's left over, all 5 of you. We lost 7 in that whole thing.
Go, go, go.
You guys go there. I'm going to set the rally point right there. And then we need 7 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. We can fully replace. Now, for Goliaths, I need 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And this squad seems to be pretty effective, just overall, wouldn't you agree? We need a control tower, because otherwise we're not going to be able to build the dropships.
You want a piece of me,
And
boy?
apart from that, it's
You
just
want a piece of me,
continue
boy?
charging forward. We do still have this. I'm going to go ahead and use it while we wait to take a look. What are we up against?
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, of course, of course, of course. You guys attack your way over. Of course Orange decided to make an appearance.
Piece of me, boy.
Son of a gun. That's so infuriating, honestly. Lost a unit off the bat, which sucks, but whatever.
Go, go, go.
Now you guys
Want a piece of me, boy?
deal some damage to the queen. Kill if possible? Damn it. So close. Alright. Now you guys gotta come back down here, and now I need another 2 Marines. Because you're sorry pains in the butt. Alright. Let's see what else we can ping. What about over here? Ooh, there's more crystals over there. Is it a lot? It's an okay amount. We got another Vespine gas geyser and whatnot. How about this? That is going to be a hell of a campaign. That's going to be rough.
Not enough energy.
Okay, fine. So yeah, there we go. Now Unit 1 also will include these 2. You're the new Unit 1. Move on over. And the rest of y'all are the new Unit 2. So I'm going to need Units 1, 2, and 3 also needs to include 1, 2, 3. You're Unit 3 now. Get to the staging area. Because the staging area is going to be very important here. Now as for you, I want you to go back to mining crystal. It's actually really awesome to see that this is already retreated, because you can see we're almost out of crystal there. And yes, we have 4,000 in reserve, but that can go pretty quickly if you start getting destroyed.
Commander.
So we're going to want to try to keep that in reserve, if you will. Meanwhile, we're going to try to take out this base. Because, theoretically, if we take that out, I don't think they'll be able to repopulate anymore. That's fine.
Comlink online. Good to go.
Alright. Now,
Outstanding.
go forth.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Just attack your way through. Come on. Charge through. Overwhelming firepower is possibly the best secret to this game. That and range. Unfortunately, we aren't set up right now. We don't have the late game enough stuff to be able to make range a thing. But, in the meantime, we can do overwhelming firepower. A mistake that I have previously made a lot, and a mistake that you may very well make a lot, is you don't build up enough of a squad for when you go in. We're taking out their overlords, we're taking out their base stuff. Now, theoretically, we were never supposed to do this part. We were never supposed to take out the Zerg bases. However, I actually find that this is the single most effective way to play this level. You take out the Zerg bases in order to ensure that they will never be a problem. Because this is going to be an arduous campaign. This is going to be a very arduous campaign. So we don't want to get attacked in the back while that's going on. Those eggs are extremely durable, by the way. They've got 11 armor, so they take 11 less damage from all sources. Let's go ahead, just make absolutely sure this is clear.
Outstanding. Comlink online. TACOM locked.
Now, if we wanted to, we could just start the charge now. And I'm going to admit, there's a part of me tempted by the idea of just charge in, finish it off. That'll make it about a 30-minute recording, which is not unusual for this series, and is something that I think is completely fair. So, why not do it?
Comlink online.
What is holding me back?
Your forces are under attack.
Confirmed.
I'll be honest, I don't know. You know what?
Give me something to shoot.
Squad,
Go, go, go. Let's move. Systems functional.
let's attack. Actually, you know, go over there.
Something to shoot.
You go there.
Commander, let's
Go
move.
there. Just file up the ramp, file up.
Give me something to shoot. Functional. Give me something.
Okay, fine. Charge.
Outstanding.
Let's just see if this squad can wipe everything out. Because it is a pretty solid team. It started out as 36 units, and we've lost about a third of it, taking out an entire enemy base.
Your forces are under attack.
We are going to keep losing people, unfortunately, but that's kind of just the way the game is played when you're trying to take out something this entrenched. Okay, so now, you go there, you go there, you go there. Take it out. That's already pretty damaged. Overwhelming force like this is really hard to fight.
Commander, outstanding. Systems functional.
You'll note we're going to do a big old loop around this place just to make sure everything's cleared.
Give me something to shoot. Go ahead, TACOM.
Now, it appears that they had some forces just waiting in reserve, which is a bit funny. But you know what? That's fine. They still can't take us all out.
Give me some of this shield. Outstanding.
What's interesting,
Reinforces
though,
are under attack.
is it looks like we actually had almost the perfect amount of units. We take out all this and we can start flying things over.
Jacked up and good to go. Let's move.
At this point, we don't even have one full squad, which is funny. We're down to 9 Marines and 6 Goliaths. So, make sure that you kill that. Because you don't have the extra firepower anymore.
Give me some of this shield. Commander, standing by.
I think we're getting close to the point where we can start... Ooh! I managed to select all of them. I forget how you do that. Alright. And now...
Standing by. Go,
You attack up there. You attack up... Ooh! I managed to get all of them, too. Alright, alright.
Go, go, go. Calling online.
It looks like these are the last 2 towers. So at this point, it's just a matter of I forgot to craft the dropships. But it'll be fine. Also, we're out of crystal down here. So let's send them all up there. Theoretically, we could harvest crystal from there, and there, and there now, but we actually don't need it. The mission's pretty much over. Which is really fun to say, actually. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to send Jim Raynor over. He doesn't have the dropships right now, but that should be fine. And as soon as we have the dropships built, that'll be a mission complete, which will be really nice. And after this is when I believe... I could be wrong. Let me double check this real quick, actually. I'm so excited for the siege camp level. I'm so excited for it. Let's see. Do we get siege camps this level? Siege turrets this level? No, next level. Yes, yes. Next level we get siege camp. Next level we get siege tanks for the first time. But I think it's the level after that, the big push, that
Can I take your order?
yeah, the big push is when they get to enter siege mode for the first time, which is really big. I believe that's also close to when we start getting nukes. It might be New Gettysburg where we finally get the nukes. But anyway, our dropships are built. We're going to go ahead and take them and send them right on over. And we can send Jim Raynor over as well. Which is going to be fun, to say the least. But now we got him there. We can send the dropships over. And
You're about the
boom.
last folks I expected to show up. What's your angle here, Minsk?
Our angle? I'll give you an angle, you slimy Confederate piece of
Jim, enough. I'll handle this.
No, let him go.
The Confederacy is falling apart, Duke. Its colonies are in open revolt. The Zerg are rampaging unchecked. What would have happened here today if we hadn't shown up?
Your point?
I'm giving you a choice. You can return to the Confederacy and lose, or you can join us and help save our entire race from being overrun by the Zerg. I don't think it's a difficult decision.
Join forces with you? I'm a general, for God's sake.
A general without an army. I'm offering you a position in my cabinet, not just some backwater post. Don't test my patience, Edmund.
All right, Mengsk. You got a deal.
You've
You know
made
what?
the right choice, General Duke.
I can't believe you're really gonna trust this snake.
Don't worry, Jim. He's our snake now.
Okay, I've got to say, and this might be a little bit of a hot take, I don't necessarily hate General Duke in that moment. He's very much... You could absolutely argue that he's doing it out of self-preservation, but I do think to a certain degree that he could have walked away from this. He could have sincerely gone, you know what, no, the Confederacy is going to succeed at this, we're absolutely going to win this, we're going to do that, etc., etc. No, he decided to join forces with the enemy because he's starting to think they have a better shot. I don't know where I was going with that. I really don't. Alright, so the Garmbrood, we actually got less resources than any other because we didn't need them. Here's the question though. We killed 171. They lost 95, so they didn't lose all their units. Neither one lost all their units. We might have missed a couple. But that's fine. We lost 50. We lost half of all we produced, but you know what? That's fine. That's completely fine, because that's just how it happens sometimes. Thank you, everybody. Oh, wait, that's right. We're going to do the cutscene for the trump card.
Commander, our position has been discovered. As of 2 hours ago, a large Confederate strike force arrived on Antigua Prime and established a base camp within our defensive perimeter.
That's concerning.
Arcturus Mengsk is calling a meeting.
Greetings. I know you're all concerned about the Confederate strike force. But first, we have a grave matter to discuss.
Okay.
It seems our data disks didn't hold weapon designs after all. Lieutenant Kerrigan will explain.
You all know
right.
that the Confederates run a program for psychically gifted humans, training them to be ghosts. Those running the program found that the Zerg are attuned to the psychic emanations of ghosts.
So the Zerg are here for you, darling?
Uh-oh.
This keeps getting better and better.
Shut up. There's been a lot of secret Confederate research surrounding ghosts and the Zerg. What we stole was a small but critical piece of the puzzle. Designs for a transplanar psionic waveform emitter. The emitters broadcast the neural imprint of a ghost, but at a much greater magnitude. These things reach across worlds.
The Confederacy used these psi emitters to lure the Zerg into isolated containment areas. Your colony, Mar-Sara, Commander, was one such location.
What are you saying?
I'm saying the Zerg are a secret weapon developed by the Confederacy.
That's a leap.
I'm saying you were all subjects of a Confederate weapons test. Just as they destroyed Korhal with nuclear weapons to establish dominance a generation ago, they would use the Zerg to put an end to their other rivals. Only this time there'd be no outrage. Who could suspect the aliens were their creation? No, they'd be lauded as heroes for coming in and destroying the Zerg. It's time the Confederacy paid for its crimes.
Damn.
I know just the way. Lieutenant Kerrigan is going to plant an emitter at the Confederate base camp. Commander, you will provide her with an escort. When the Zerg arrive, they'll break the blockade for us and we'll make our escape. Now, get moving.
So we're using their weapons against them. That's pretty interesting. Alright. Well, if you want to see the next one, be sure to subscribe because it's going to be going up shortly. Have a wonderful day and peace.